Yeah, you can get all the information on that hotfix on the Vainglory website, vainglorygame.com, under the news section. The short end of it is that the Stormguard Manor no longer works on towers, and towers also got a massive buff overall.
All right. King Canny here, the Ringo facing Hellbreaker. This time a melee on the lane, very interesting. And on the bottom, Adagio. Well, haven't seen him in the game yet. I like Adagio. I think I say this every stream. Should be a running gag by now, but never mind. Pretty strong. Not only Catherine or Arden are the meta in the support, but also Adagio.
It looks like Sultans may be looking for another really early aggressive play. Not quite going to get it this time, though, as they cleared the jungle much quicker, but they're still sticking around.
Alright, they might look here asset for the first fight. GM taking some decent damage. There comes the Vanguard. They are pushing till the very end. They don't want to let them back here, taking any of the gold nor experience. Taking that camp here directly. Let's jump to the lane. Asset Ringo versus Glaive and Hellbreaker. He is going to start with the Book of Eulogies, which got a bit of more balance than I think 1.6. Don't get me wrong, guys. I'm sorry about that. But should be something around that where the health regeneration per last hit got cut by 50% from 70 to 35.
Hellbreaker channeling his inner Cole the Meek is the only other time I've seen a Glaive be played in the lane was by Cole the Meek of Gangstars in the International Premier League over from Korea. So
well, that
maybe saw that and decided to copy it a bit, see how it works for him.
I mean, this is the way it goes. Like, you see top teams, the pro teams, playing any like unusual stuff which turn out to work crazy good or better than expected, so other teams are going to adapt as that. And this is just sports and also esports, because we have seen with the Stormguard banner matter that working style of the game, or in terms of items, is most likely to, let's say, go over to the other teams very fast.
Yeah, it definitely, it sort of blew up over the course of like 2 days, but there's going to be a fight.
Yes, and they are going on the afterburn onto King Canny, and he's finishing off here with a huge amount of damage, activating the boots, going for GM8 and killing him here. 187 it is, but I just stay with GM. Alright, first blood here for Sultans, taking directly aggressively the left side of the jungle.
Yeah, and you can look at it, despite only having 1 kill extra, the gold differential, it's already 1,500 gold in favor of Sultans. They did the exact same thing this game as they did in the first game, of just completely bullying Kingsmen out of their own jungle.
Yep.
You look at the CS numbers, it's not too bad in the lane. It's still not terribly close, but it's not, at a it's not at a point where you can't come back from. But in the jungle, Vox has 26 of these jungle minions killed, while Kashka only has 7.
Yeah, that is a huge difference, and of course this makes the difference when you are joining a team fight, because you just have more gold to buy more items, deal more damage. And yeah, let's talk about the items. Sultans, they are going here for weapon power only. We don't see any blue items, meaning crystal. No, from time to time there are like some tanky Glaives who are going for some late crystal power. We have seen this a long time ago. That worked pretty well. I think this is still viable if you go for some supportive Glaive. We don't see this a lot, but of course here, well, let's say not of course, Vox again here on a weapon power blade, and of course Venom here, the supporter, rounding it up with the usual Dragonheart and the receive. Oh, there comes the next fight. Unique will might fall, and there is the kill. Another one might follow. Yep, no chance. 3-0 lead.
Yeah, and it's really Sultan's just looking so incredibly strong here. Definitely going to be putting other teams on notice that when you do play against them in the further rounds, assuming they pick up this victory, this early game is going to be so incredibly important, and making sure to take care of your own jungle and playing safe in your own jungle side.
Yep.
It's just that's their playstyle right here. They want to go aggressive, they want to force these fights, and it's absolutely working for them.
Alright, Hellbreaker here pushing the lane, getting some damage, but he doesn't care about the damage too much. Just poking that turret. The others are joining. Let's zoom out here. Venom activating the boots. Keeping up here, and oh, Unique Sony about to face check that bush. The gold miner not being captured yet, so still waiting for which team is receiving that gold.
That's actually another thing that I want to just kind of mention quickly. The Kingsmen, they really tried to swap things up a lot for the second game. They put Unique Sony, who was in the lane on Celeste in the first game, into the jungle for the second game, but it's still having the same results in terms of pressure on the map and the invasion of the jungle by the Sultans. So they don't care who it is that they're up against. They want to take the jungle and make the entire bottom half of the map their own territory.
Alright, so creativity is here from Kingsmen. The success is waiting, and they are still going here, or let's say again, from time to time into the enemy jungle. And here we might see a kill, and he's just rolling 1 versus 3 over the enemy, over Koshka. Unique Sony, and there comes Hellfire Brew, but he will survive. We don't need to deal with that. The upper situation here is not going to continue. Wow, 1 versus 3 picking up the kill and being able to escape. That sounds like a good Glaive player.
Yeah, it's definitely a sign of a strong player, being able to, as you mentioned, go in against 3 members and not only escape, but also take someone down in the process, as they are going to grab the gold mine here, getting that immense gold payout, 294 gold for each member of the team.
Well, it would be better if they got 300. I'm just kidding. Alright, 4-0 lead. Gold is there, 4,000 minimum, and let's see. Oh, Gift of Fire onto Unique Sony, but he's using that to get away instead of going in and applying the burn damage. Well, Hellbreaker was burned, but I don't see any damage there. Well, this is now a very, very problematic situation. A lot of pressure. There comes the gauntlet drop, and what a gauntlet drop! GM might fall. There comes the roll over from the afterburn, and Unique Sony is just eating here. Or Aiden from Hellbreaker, and Arden was picking up that one.
This is very likely going to mean a tower for Sultans, or turrets, sorry, as they are pushing in onto this first one. King Kenny doing what he can to defend it, but just not going to be enough. And that's just going to increase that gold lead even further. There's that 300 gold you wanted to get.
Alright, King Kenny likely to fall here, and he will fall to Vox. Well played here. They are keeping up. They do keep up the pressure, and they give like no space, no time, nothing to Kingsman, and this is exactly how you put your opponent under pressure.
Yeah, getting an early advantage that's only half the battle. You have to take that advantage and run with it and turn it into the victory. If you can't continue the pressure and continue to starve out your opponents, then it doesn't matter how strong you played early on, because they're eventually going to come out. But Sultans, they definitely know that, and they just constantly keep this pressure on and don't allow their opponents any space to breathe. And that's why they're up 7 kills and over 5,000 gold.
Absolutely right. And we know, like, if you're gonna lose a match first and you're playing a best of 3, this doesn't mean anything. The best example most recently, Gangsters from the VIPL succeeding after a loss, going to the finals. Congratulations. In the meantime, Vox picking up another kill. Unique Sony might fall here as well. Yes, Yummy Catnip Frenzy, we just saw the animation, but nothing more. And there comes the ace. Well done, Venom got falling here.
It does go down. That's that tower buff. The towers turrets do a lot more damage.
Holy cow! I was like, well, he gets away easily, but wow, that was not bad. So yeah, big shout out to the devs working all night long to hotfix this small issue, which is out of the world, and we just experienced that a turret now hurts a lot.
Yeah, if I recall correctly, it does 7% of your health now at the base, and then each shot does 45% extra damage from the previous shot. So it gets pretty serious. Tower diving turret diving is going to be a lot more difficult since the hotfix.
You know what? I actually like it. Like, not only because they change it now, but because we saw a lot of fights, or also good fights, where teams went way too deep, bouncing in between turrets and still picking up kills. And look at that, there is no turret there, just dropping the gauntlet. And what a gauntlet drop, excuse me, here. Got stumbled, and the GM trying to get away. A lot of damage. There we see the next turret hit, saved by a Vanguard, and they are stuck here. The turret now aiming for the minions. Now they can push the next one.
Yeah, and Janissary just so far ahead at sitting at 7-0-1. You know, while the gauntlet was down and Hellbreaker and Venom were fighting inside the gauntlet, Janissary was able to go off on the backside and pick off a kill on his own.
Alright, next, oh, there comes the Verse of Judgment. Hellbreaker might fall for the first time. No, there is a double kill from Vox, and there is the triple kill for the Ace. Well done here, and that should be a GG. And wrapping up the second match, Team Sultans is winning it all, the best of 3, moving into the best of 32.
Yeah, the consolation for the Kingsmen